So I just watched the video by Plies, and he made a good fact. He was just like, matter of fact, he did the post before the RNC last night, and his point was white folks. And, he's like, I'm really trying not to be racial, but he said, why is it that politicians and people of power feel like all they have to do to get you to vote for them is to incite fear about another race? They're going to come into the suburbs and they're going to rob your houses and there won't be any police around, and they're going to take away your guns and all of this rhetoric. And I wanted to reply to that because it works. And when I go back to that post that I did a couple months ago about the Democratic Party and the Fusion Party and how they created the Fusion Party with black people and unhappy farmers and everybody who was afraid that they were facing the break of homelessness and were feeling like their needs weren't being met. Needs weren't being met. Has worked, and that formula has worked for generations. And the other thing is, why don't it work for black folks? I want to raise that question, because when you tell black folks the truth about laws, about people of color getting higher sentences than white people that committed the same crimes, when you tell black folks about redlining, about how they charge black folks a higher interest rate to buy homes, when you talk about unemployment, asking you if you're black or white, all of these factors are deciding factors, whether you get that loan or not, whether your debt to ratio income is compatible with who you are, whether they're going to think you're a drug dealer or not, whether you are going to be able to go to a certain school. All of this stuff is institutionally, systematically put in place because of their fear. Their fear, if I give you this loan, you're not going to really be able to pay for it. So let's put this stuff into place so we can make sure, we can micromanage you and make sure that you're able to pay for it. Defunding the police. Who the hell want to live in a world with no police and no sense of authority and no accountability for the things that you do? No, black people don't even want to live in that. But what we don't want to do is simply be doing the same thing, making the same actions, having the same grievances as white people or anybody else of color, and then getting shot in the back 7 times because of it. How come those inequities and that fear doesn't work on black people? Wake up.